Hi, my name is Joseph Showalter, and this is my 180 difference. I grew up in the church and began believing in Jesus at the age of 5. As a kid, though, it's hard to understand what that really means. So I was encouraged just to show up and participate, and that's only what I did, just what they expected me to. I took that kind of attitude with me throughout my life, so I kept running my life as a start-stop where I'd go to church on Sunday, and then starting Monday, I'd just live my life normally. So me knowing Jesus didn't really impact the way that I lived at all. Fast forward to high school, my freshman year. Like every kid in some way, I was looking for my place to fit in. Unfortunately, the friends I chose introduced me to pornography. This hugely altered my life, as too quickly it took root in my life and began to change who I thought I was. Throughout the next few years, I lived in the reality that I was hiding something that I knew was wrong from everyone in my life. This type of dishonesty ate away at the very core of my being and in my relationships. Finally, my senior year of high school came. I really wanted to change what my addiction had turned me into and to possibly get away from it. But it got to the point where I had accepted the fact that as hard as I could try to fix it, it just wouldn't be enough. I first kind of turned to my friends, too embarrassed to get my family to help me. And it was hard to seek out correction with my friends because they didn't really think that it was that big of a problem. So throughout that time of struggling, I still held on to the identity of a Christian, but God still wasn't who I turned to solve my problems. This didn't really happen until I went to college. I met a group of guys that were committed in growing their relationship with Jesus, and I actually started to see change in my life through seeking out the same thing. This community, through their stories of similar struggles, were able to point me towards God as the only way of escaping from my addiction. My first semester was filled with quite a few trials as I still struggled with it, but I found that as I buried myself further in my relationship with Jesus, that it was just easier to resist my addiction. Through God allowing to work in my life, He has changed me from trapped to freed.